Hey girls, today I'm going to show you a quick tutorial on how I place my eyeshadow colors strategically. This is just a method that is really simple for like beginners or people that just can't get the hang of eyeshadow and where it should be placed. So I'm going to be using these 4 colors today. We'll start with dark, go a little lighter. We're going to pop a shimmer in there, and then this is for the inner part of the eye. So I'm going to take a brush that's got a really compact edge to it. And I'm going to go in with that first color, and I'm just going to get the tip of the brush covered and tap it. And then I'm going to go in and I'm going to draw a line from here to here. And actually, I need to make this a little thicker. So I'm going to go back in. I'm going to use this end of the brush, the wider end. I'm going to draw my first line. I'm going to do that on both sides. Okay, there's our first line of dark. Doesn't have to be perfect because we're gonna blend it once we get all of our lines in. Next, we're gonna grab this lighter color and another line right next to it. You can see this is just a little bit lighter color. Okay, next we're gonna go in with this shimmer, do the same thing. Okay, and then last but not least, we're gonna take that really pretty light shimmer and we're gonna finish it off with another line right next to it. You can draw it up to, it might be good for that creased area. I'm also gonna line, I'm gonna take that darkest color. I love to do this. Take this side of the brush, the thinner side. I'm just gonna go in and line this part under the eye so that it's kind of a continuation of right here. I'm gonna do that on this side. Okay, and I'm going to start at the darkest point, and I'm going to hold my brush mid to end, a little past middle. I'm just going to lightly swirl, and you want to keep these colors kind of confined with where you place them, but you're also going into just make sure that it's well blended. And then as far as once you get into the glitter and the sparkle portions, I like to just kind of hone in on that and not go back to the side yet. I'm gonna do the same thing over here. I'm gonna twist the brush around, or if you happen to have one of these fine and dandy pads right here, you can go in and just clean it off real quick. This is great for like while you're in the car or traveling. Just a quick cleanser for your brush. Okay, now look at both and just try and make them even. So I'm gonna go back up here and kind of swoosh this part up into the brow a little more. And same thing with this side. But that's the finished look. I always like to come up here on the brow bone and give that lighter color that I placed in the inner area up on there, or you can use a non-shimmer. I really like the color Cupcake because it's a flat. It's the same color as Sabrina, which is the shimmer I used here, but it's a flat. It doesn't have that shimmer. It's just a nice flat cream color. And I like doing this because it allows you to really blend this area where it doesn't look so unfinished. Okay, that's it. Oh, and don't forget about the bottom. for the bottom. I like to go in with the smaller end of the blend brush and just kind of go in with any of these colors. This middle color here is always a good go-to. So I'm just gonna pop it up under here. And for an added touch, you can go in with that shimmer or the glitter, and you can pop it right here in the center, which I'm gonna go in with that lighter Sabrina, the one we used right here. And I'm just gonna pop it right there. To finish it off. Okay, that's it. And then if you have any fallout, I always just take, if you have a flat brush or any brush like this isn't from our collection. It's actually, I think it's an Estee Lauder. It's really old, I've had it for a while, but I like to take a brush like that and just kind of clean up the edges where there may have been a little fallout. And another thing that I like to do, you'll see I get a little bit of shine on my forehead and on my cheeks. So I like to go in, we have a flat brush that I really love. It's called the powder brush. I like to go in with that and in with our finishing powder here and just dab that, tap it, and then place it on those areas where you get a little bit of oily and gives you more of a flawless finish. Down the center of the face is always good for me because that's where I get oily throughout the day. This will help prevent that. So this is the finished look with mascara and a little bit of lip cheek color. And so that's it. This is a new mascara I've been using now for about a month, and it's called Telescopic Lift by L'Oreal. And it was had rave reviews, and so I just had to try it. And it certainly is it definitely lives up to those reviews. I highly recommend it. It does have an awkward brush. It's not, you know, I'm usually using the high volumizer brushes that are real large and fluffy. This one, as you can see, is like super flat on both sides. So it definitely is gonna take some getting used to for those of you who aren't used to this type of brush, but I love it because when you go in, you can apply it from both sides. So it doesn't really give the thickness that I'm used to, but it definitely gives the length. And so I just put one coat on. If I wanted to go in with a second layer, it would really make it pop. So I really do like this. It is really hard to get off, however. So if you have a really good eye makeup remover, I'd recommend. If you don't have a good eye makeup remover, when you buy this, make sure you do buy that. Now, as far as the eyeshadow, if you're looking for a combination of 4 colors that are gonna really pop on your with your eye color, I highly recommend reaching out to me, and I will help you find the 4 colors that will look beautifully placed together for this technique. And I always like to go by eye color. So if you have the green, hazel, you know, brown, blue, there's different colors. So there's a color chart that I have, and I've shared it before in the past, of all the different colors that I recommend for eye colors. So I would definitely check that out in the photo section of the group, or you can private message me and I'll help you pick out those 4 colors. But this is the overall look. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and please post below if there's anything that you would like to see more of from me. Thanks so much and have a great day, y'all.